Three decades of long wait, at last we got our new education policy 2020. If we see the highlights of this new education policy, really it is a transformation to our education system. We will first see the main points of new education policy. Mother tongue to be the instruction till 5th grade. School curriculum to be reduced to core concepts and vocational education, which will be integrated from class 6. Report cards will be comprehensive reports on skills and capabilities instead of just giving marks and statements. Board exams to be based on knowledge and application. There will be a common entrance examination to be conducted by National Testing Agency, that is NTA, for the admission in universities and higher education institutions. All higher education institutes except legal and medical colleges will be governed by a single regulator. MPhil courses to be discontinued under this new policy. There will be common regulations for both public and private higher education institution in the country. Public investment in education system to reach 6% of GDP at the earliest. Online disclosure based transparent system for approvals in place of inspection. More online courses will be developed in the regional level, regional languages and level both. Virtual labs will be established. National Educational Technology Forum is to be created under NEP 2020. NEP 2020 seeks to expand access to higher education to 50% of high school by 2035. 3.5 crores of seats to be added in the higher educational institutions. The Union Cabinet approves the changing name of Human Resource Development Ministry to the Ministry of Education. Now here we will see the main points of school education reforms in NEP 2020. The early childhood education will be given more emphasis on activity-based learning rather than rote learning. Emphasis on developing numerical ability and logical ability. The National Mission on Foundational Literacy and Numeracy to be set up. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 pattern to be followed instead of 10 plus 2. Here 5 means 3 years of preschooling plus from class 1 and 2. Then from 3, 4 and 5, that is 5, then plus 3. Then next 3 stands from 6, 7, 8 and 4 from 9 to 12. And there is no rigid separation between arts and sciences, curricular and extracurricular or vocational and academic streams. Promoting the gifted children is the new, we can say it is very important point in the new education policy, and that can be done in the form of financial help or helping them to get the admission in the institutions in which they are interested. Then board exams will be based on core concepts and application based knowledge. The vocational training to be integrated from class 6th. That means in class 6th, if a child wants, or rather it is necessary, child can go to a craftsman, to a plumber, to an electrician, to a tailor, to the clay modeler, anyone for 10 days internship program and learn that vocational training in the class 6 itself. The curriculum of the school to be reduced to core concepts only. That means here again we are seeing that our school bags of the children, they will become lighter. Mother tongue or regional language to be compulsory medium of instruction till 5th grade, and if necessary it can be extended from 6th also. As we all know that the child understands best in the mother tongue or its regional language. Now the report card will be treated as profile of that student. It means that the students likes, dislikes, their attitude towards the teachers' attitudes towards the student, the attitudes of the friends, everything will be, hobbies will be reflected in the report card of the student. National Professional Standards of the Teachers, that is NPST, is to be established for teachers training. Teachers grading also can be done through NPST. Then this is very important part of our new education policy, that book reading habit in the student is to be developed, and in the form of promotion policy of the book and digital libraries, the NEP 2020 will give the responsible citizens to the India. And it is the responsibility of the teachers that the students up to class 3 will have to learn read books. It is necessary that up to class 3 the child learns to read books properly. Now we come to the higher education reforms in the National Education Policy 2020. The main reform is multiple entry and exit. It means that if there is a course of 4 years or 3 years, the child has the full liberty to exit from the institution after completion of 1 year. And then he can again join the course when he requires. The 2 years, if he completes his education, it will be treated as diploma. If he completes 3 years, he can get the job. And the 4 years of his completion will account himself or herself for the research programs. And all the programs in the colleges will be multidisciplinary. This is a very important part of our higher education. Means if a child loves physics, side by side he can take music also. If he likes maths, or if he has taken maths as the core subject, then he can also go for craftsmanship or the other vocational subject he likes. Common entrance examination for admission in higher education institutions will be conducted by National Testing Agency. The graded autonomy is a very important part of National Education Policy 2020. It means that if an institution is graded as C, then it has to follow the rules and regulation and will have to improve its grade to B, or rather C plus. Similarly, if institution is having the grade A, it will have to improve the grade to A plus. If the institutions, they are not following such rules and regulation, their affiliation can be cancelled from 0 to 5 years. National Mission on Mentoring is a very interesting and really inspiring part of NEP 2020. In this, many mentors of the different fields they will be called, and they will reach to such students who left their education due to lack of motivation or lack of knowledge or due to some other reasons, and they will reach to such students and they will help them to fulfill their dreams. The standard of education will be common to all, and there will be fixed fee cap for all the private and public institutions. It means that private institutions cannot charge more fees as compared to the public institution, and their fee structure will also be fixed. Setting of National Research Foundation. As we see in America, it is NRS, National Research for Science. But in our country, it will be research in all the fields in science, social science, or any other field. Internationalization of education, which means that the foreign students can come over here and they can study the in Indian institute, which will help to just cater or spread the Indian culture. The digitally equipped schools, teachers, and students. Technology in education, planning, teaching, learning, assessment, administration, and management. E-content to be developed in regional languages and National Educational Technology Forum to be set up. These were some highlights of the new education policy, and I believe that if this policy is implemented, then the education system is really going to reform and it will also change our society.